Happy Thanksgiving, Hoops fans, from the Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's the semifinals of the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic, part of Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. First up, the Memphis Tigers tipping off against the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. A look at the updated brackets. Memphis rolled in round one against St. Mary's. The Tops got past Northern Iowa and put up 93 in the process. Number 15, West Virginia, facing VCU in the second semifinal after this one. Alongside Dan Dockich, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Rick Stansbury got 26 from Tavion Hollingsworth, but the focal point is still potential lottery pick Charles Bassey.
Yeah, Charles Bassey has everything you want, man. He's long, he's athletic, he's willing. He had 11 and 8 yesterday, kind of an uneven performance, but as you said, he got picked up big time by Hollingsworth. And on the other side, Boogie Ellis, a guy who does not start, came off the bench yesterday for Memphis and was absolutely electric. He hit his first 6 threes. He ended up with 24. He was a difference in the ball game as Memphis struggled offensively a little bit early, but this guy came in and just knocked it out.
Memphis is wearing their home whites. It's the black road uniforms for the Hilltoppers, and we are underway in our first of 2 semifinals on Thanksgiving Day. Here's DJ Jeffries, loves to drive it left. He does this time and comes up empty. Bassey has his first rebound of the afternoon.
You're looking at Bassey, potential lottery pick, against Musa Cisse, number 32, guarding Bassey, a potential lottery pick. Second-ranked center in high school last year, just got eligible, and he is a shot blocker, work in progress, but a shot blocker extraordinaire.
Yeah, 2 5-star big men on the floor at the same time right now. Here's Bassey. He hit a 3 yesterday, so he has that ability, but he turns it over to Cisse this time. Alex Lomax. Jeffries blocked by Bassey. And here's Hollingsworth on the leak out. The floater off the window is good, and we have our first bucket of the afternoon.
Now that's what Western Kentucky wants to do. Whether it's Hollingsworth or Cooper or Anderson, get the ball out, down the floor, attack the basket, get to the foul line if you can.
There's Lester Quinones with his first triple. That's a good sign for Penny Hardaway. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Sanford Health. 4 starters back from each of these 2 clubs last year. Both teams are experienced. It should be a good one.
Yeah, you see number 0, DJ Jeffries, had a tough game yesterday, 2 for 10. Couldn't get the ball to go down, a lot of in and out. Very aggressive. I expect him to be better.
Here's Carson Williams. To Bassey for the dunk.
Boy, Bassey bailed out. Williams had his hands ready, lost a shoe.
And a lob to Cisse at the other end.
And Rick Stansbury didn't see it. He was looking at Bassey like, where are you? Bassey was putting on his shoe. He lost it under the rim.
Josh Anderson pulls up and hits, and we are off to a torrid start.
Yeah, Josh Anderson, great-looking player. He can guard bigger, smaller, long arm than 6'6". You see he plays the point in this 1-3-1 trapping zone.
Here's Landers Nolly's first look, the transfer from Georgia Tech off the mark. And here come the Tops. Hollingsworth for 3, in and out. Bassey the offensive rebound. Bassey gets it back, muscles his way up, and follows his own miss. And Charles Bassey looks better today than he did yesterday.
Far better. He was uncomfortable early yesterday. He was out on the perimeter a lot, and now he's where he should be, man. He is on the block, and Cisse, a little bit of a high school deal there. Kind of quit on the play, didn't block out.
Charles Bassey broke his left leg last December 7th. And missed the entire rest of the season. Only 10 games played last year. So I think Rick Stansbury is relieved that it's only a lost sneaker on this play.
No, you're right. I mean, when Bassey first went down, he dunks and see his sneakers in the middle. And you're trying to get a timeout. Referee saying, let's go. He doesn't care. You got to get back into play. And his coach wasn't happy. Thought he was dogging it.
Another 3 this time by number 3, Landers Nolly. Both offenses clicking in the early going.
Yeah, Memphis, they have so many guys. Nolly's a guy that was 16 points a night in the ACC last year with Virginia Tech. He is just built to score. I thought he got a little bit selfish maybe yesterday. I mean, you and I were talking about it, but that's what he's built to do, score.
Memphis' calling card, in your jersey defense. How will that defense fare against a downhill type of an offense? Rick Stansbury loves his tops to get in the lane and get to the foul line.
Yeah, they usually shoot more free throws, or excuse me, make more free throws than the other team attempts, and it's because, as you mentioned, downhill, in gaps, going to the rim, drawing the defender, the help side, finishing on the other side. But I'll tell you what, Memphis can guard their own very, very well.
Quinones.
Nice.
A lob off the window handled by Cisse, and he's got 2 early buckets.
Yeah, that was smart. That's like playing the Green Monster in Boston. He saw it was too high, right, Rich? And instead of going up, he just played the bounce.
Yeah.
Very good by Cisse.
Play the carom.
Yep.
Cisse did. He's got an early 4 points. And much like Charles Bassey looks better today than he did yesterday, same thing for Cisse.
I agree. He yesterday didn't have his legs under him. He got winded real quick. I think he was very excited. They settled in. But this is 2 potential lottery picks on the right block.
Here's Hollingsworth, led all scorers yesterday with 26. Anderson on the wing. Couple of seniors for Rick Stansbury.
How about that?
And it's out of bounds.
Cisse blocked it and then knocked it off of Anderson. You're right. Cisse looks much more comfortable tonight. Watch this. Pretty good by the freshman.
That's what a 7'4" wingspan gets you.
Yeah.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. By Sanford Health, improving the human condition. And by Complete Sports Management. See the world through our eyes. A hot start for both Memphis and Western Kentucky. Memphis leads it by a score of 10-8 with 15:47 to go in the first half of the first semifinal from the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. And no, we are not in the crow's nest at Cameron Indoor Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, but we are on the concourse level inside one of the hidden gems in all of college basketball. The Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls has been a great home for this tournament.
It is. This is a great setup. The Blue Rock restaurant right across the street next to the hotel. You don't have to go very far. Place is immaculate. Tell you what, great job, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I love this place. It's great. And this gym is old school good, too. Old school floor, old school couple clocks.
Yep.
It's fantastic.
Got a little Hinkle Fieldhouse feel to it.
It does.
Landers Nolly's got his second 3 already, and it's a 13-8 Memphis lead. Both teams hot shooting to start.
Boy, is Memphis well-schooled defensively. They're not letting Anderson get the ball. They weren't letting Hollingsworth get the ball.
Now here's a star in the making. Kenny Cooper, redshirt senior, transfer from Lipscomb. Hit 2 key free throws yesterday to salt away a win against Northern Iowa. Lomax tried to leave it for Cisse. Don't they usually say golden rule is don't make a bounce pass to a big man?
Yeah, and try not to throw it to his feet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Lomax understood how open he was.
Subs coming in for Penny Hardaway, number 10, Damian Baugh, number 23, Malcolm Dandridge, and the aforementioned number 5, Boogie Ellis makes his first appearance. The microwave from Memphis.
Well, you're not kidding. I mean, he came in, hit 6 threes in a row. Not one after the other, but over the course of the game, he made his first 6. He hit 8 of 13 shots yesterday and really was the total difference in the game. They got down 7-zip, couldn't get a bucket. And Penny Hardaway did a great thing, man. He picked up the defense and put the skid in, and it was on.
So he comes on for his first look, and Memphis is already in the midst of an 8-0 run against Western Kentucky. Misses the first shot. Here comes Cooper down the left side. They're looking for Bassey. They get it to him.
But look where Bassey caught it. Quinones did a great job of fronting him on the left block.
Picked off by Baugh, but it's taken back by Hollingsworth. Here's a sniper, Luke Frampton. Misses his first attempt. And it's Nolly on the right side. It's going to stay Memphis basketball. 14:02 to go. First semifinal from the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. This was supposed to be the battle for Atlantis. There were 8 teams selected for that field. COVID-19 takes place, and 7 teams dropped out. The 2 original teams, Memphis is one of them, West Virginia the other one. They both advanced to the semifinal. Ooh. Here's Boogie. He's off, and Bassey has another rebound. Charles Bassey already with 4 boards in the early going.
There's the pressure we were talking about, and the freshman McKnight, fantastic going to the rim.
Penny Hardaway, in his 3rd season in his hometown of Memphis, was a 2-time All-American. As a player, number 3 pick in the 1993 NBA draft. And Dan, I think the biggest misconception about Penny and his teams is that they're like an AAU club. They roll the ball out and just have at it. This team is one of the best defensive teams in the country.
Oh, there's no question about it. You see Penny's wearing the towel there in honor of John Thompson, the late John Thompson, the late great John Thompson. There's no question about it. Penny Hardaway has made this team, it's given this team an identity, and that is on the defensive end. #1 defense field goal percentage last year. Absolutely fantastic yesterday. They put total pressure on the pass, meaning they just don't let you whip the ball around the perimeter. They're going to deny the top of the key and try like heck to deny the wings.
And Dan, take note in the bottom right corner, #1 in white for Memphis is Jaden Hardaway. Didn't see any time yesterday, but getting some minutes now in the semifinals.
I'll tell you what, it's hard coaching your son. I did it in AAU, and it's hard because you so want him to do well. Couple bad shots by Memphis. I think Boogie Ellis has come in and been a little bit excited, and a bad shot right there.
And that foul is going to go against Charles Bassey. So we're going the other way. Number 20, Davion McKnight, has checked in for Rick Stansbury. And you talk about a freshman sensation in his first collegiate game. Davion McKnight took that Hilltoppers team and put him on his shoulders.
Yeah, he had 21, 4 and 3, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And I mean, as good as debut as you can have as a freshman. They had him with the basketball in transition, with the basketball end of clock late, and he delivered time after time.
There's Jeffries, still can't find the bottom of the bucket. Rebound by Dandridge, and he slams it home.
Hey, he was good yesterday. He came in when Cisse got winded, and really, an interior defense changed the game for Memphis as well. That kid can really play. You saw his length and athletic ability right there.
I know this is just the 2nd game of this season, and I know this is a weird 2020. The eye test, how is Memphis not a top 25 team?
I agree. There aren't 24 more better teams in Memphis. There's just not.
Williams falls down, keeps his dribble.
And I'll tell you this, there aren't 5 that play harder. I mean, this team plays hard.
Osawe off the shot. Carson Williams making a living on the deck.
They need Williams to be better. Williams is a 14-point-a-game scorer last year. He's a mature kid. He's a graduate. He's in graduate school. But he did not play well yesterday. Now, he's a guy that needs to solidify things, particularly right now as a post player against the bigger Dandridge.
And he did a great job for Rick Stansbury last year. Once Charles Bassey was out with that leg injury, he played the 5 spot mostly.
Right, and he's doing it right now. And you need to look into him, and he needs to play out of it. Look at Dandridge.
Dandridge playing up the line, almost forces the turnover. And stop me if you've heard this before, Carson Williams is on the deck again. Great effort by both clubs in the opening moments of the semifinals from the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. Back and forth we go. The Memphis Tigers with an early 7-point lead. Alongside Dan Dockich, Rich Hollenberg. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Memphis has a 15-8 lead over Western Kentucky. Both of these teams are veteran teams, Dan, but a freshman nearly stole the show yesterday for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, he did, man. Davion McKnight was fantastic. He came in the game and did that right there, first play. He was downhill all day, He made a nice little Steve Smith move right there. And he dominated the game. And you know what? You got to earn the trust of your coach. And McKnight, who is in his freshman year, but was Mr. Basketball in the state of Ohio, which is a great honor. If the coaches and the players, and this is key, Rich, they trusted him so much that they gave him the ball end of the game when it was tight. You just don't see that out of a freshman on a veteran team.
Played at Collins High School out of Shelbyville, Kentucky. Davion McKnight with plus 22 on the floor when he was playing for him.
And and you see there, he shot a great percentage, assists, he guarded, he rebounded, he got to the free throw line, he made good decisions. That was not one of them.
Offensive rebound, chased down by Hollingsworth. Here's Osawe. He's a big-time JUCO transfer that they feel is really going to contribute to this team this year. Now 2 on the shot clock. I don't think Williams got it off.
He didn't get it off.
The officials said they did, and it's Memphis ball regardless.
Memphis pushed Western Kentucky so far out that time. And when you're a driving team, you get pushed out that far, the help can come, and you've got nothing.
Dandridge. Short. Baugh, the offensive rebound. Here's Boogie. Working on Hollingsworth. That's a fun matchup. And Williams comes away with it.
That's pretty good defense by Hollingsworth. Boogie Ellis forcing a little bit.
Speaking of defense, that Memphis defense yesterday held St. Mary's, one of the most efficient offenses in basketball, to 1 for 18 from beyond the arc.
I don't think there's a college basketball team right now as advanced defensively as what Memphis is. I really don't. They look to me in mid-season form defensively. Offensively, you're seeing it. A little bit quick shooting. Jeffries hasn't been able to get going.
Last year, they were 1st in the nation in field goal percentage defense, 5th in the nation in blocks. They had 7 blocks yesterday against the Gales. 10 on the shot clock for the Tops. And an unforced error off the hands of Frampton out of bounds. It'll be Memphis ball with 10:14 to go in the first half.
Memphis's goal defensively is to speed the offense up. And by that, I mean, passes aren't easy. They're not sure. You're not as open as you think in your mind because of how quick Memphis plays. So an open shot may not go in, and we've seen 3 of them so far because you're just not sure. Hey, I got to give a quick shout out to a friend of mine. Mark Silverman, Chicago radio legend, is in the process of whipping cancer. He is beating cancer, and he's watching our game right now. And I want to say, Sylvie, keep fighting, my friend. And congratulations on all of your success in whipping cancer, because he's whipping it.
God bless you. Our thoughts are with you, Mark Silverman.
Boom.
And there's an and 1 for Landers Nolly.
Landers Nolly, this is what we said yesterday. Landers Nolly, Boogie Ellis, Jeffries, they just have guys that can just turn it on. Today it's not Ellis's day so far, but it's this kid's day.
That makes it a 13-0 Memphis run over the course of the last 7 minutes. Chance to make it a 14-0 run, and Nolly does just that. He's got an early 9 points now.
He built a score.
And now some token pressure, 11 guarding 11. Quinones on Hollingsworth. 10-point Memphis lead, their largest of the afternoon so far.
All right. This is what, even though they're struggling offensively, they've got 8 points in 10 minutes and 7 seconds. This is what Western Kentucky wants to do. They want to get you wore down with fouls. And you're going to see top of the key drives. You've got to be disciplined if you're Memphis and show your hands on the drive, or else they're going to be in the 1-and-1. The Hilltoppers are pretty quick here.
Cooper triggers the inbound to Hollingsworth. And here's an open look. Kenny Cooper can't cash it in. Offensive rebound to Williams. Toppers have done a good job on the offensive glass, and that time it pays off. A triple for Tavion Hollingsworth with 5.
Hollingsworth was going back on defense. Williams made a really nice play, and Hollingsworth got back in the play. Don't stand and watch. There's always something to do.
In the corner, Lance Thomas off the mark. Western Kentucky wants to push. And a foul on the floor on Carson Williams.
Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Hollingsworth went back down. He's out of the play. Williams fought for it, and now here comes Hollingsworth. You see him coming right back into the play. If you're a real player, you don't stand and watch. There's always something to do, and Hollingsworth coming back into play got him a quick three.
And there's another three by Carson Williams, who shot it at a 38% clip last year from three.
Amazing what happens when you hustle. He hustled. He ran down a rebound. He made an assist. You're just playing. You're not thinking. Drilling a three, no surprise.
Carson Williams, 3 points and 4 rebounds in the early going. That ball chased down by Quinones. High off the window, no, and Bassey with another board. Charles Bassey now has 5 rebounds. Thought about it, pulls the trigger, short.
Look at Williams. Wow. They got Frampton if they want him. Here he is.
Right on cue.
Frampton was screaming for it, but that was made by Williams again. Williams went on the deck, battled like crazy, came up, loose ball, found the shooter. Good stuff.
Luke Frampton was 3 for 4 from distance yesterday against Northern Iowa. He's got his first 3 today. And there you see Jaden Hardaway, #1, getting some playing time. It's a little bit of a family affair here on the floor in the semifinals. We'll explain when we return. Well, Thanksgiving's a time to spend with family, and these two head coaches are doing just that. 2 of 17 combos of father-son playing Division I basketball. Head coaches are coaching their sons. Penny Hardaway on the left, son Jaden playing for the Memphis Tigers on the right, and the same thing on the other side of the court. Rick Stansbury has his son Noah in a Western Kentucky Hilltoppers uniform. So both guys get to play a little hoop and spend some time with their families. That's a nice thing.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And you see the benches here are separated NBA style, so Noah's in the back there, but yeah, very cool. I'll tell you what, it would be hard for me to go 3 straight games and not put my son in. Good for Penny Hardaway putting Jaden in.
Yeah, we talked to him at practice the other day, and he said he thinks Jaden is going to be a contributor to what is an already deep Memphis roster. They have an 18-17 lead right now, so it's close, Dan. But who do you think has the advantage tempo-wise?
Well, I think Memphis does, but Memphis has not gotten the ball to go in. Jeffries has really struggled. They've gotten some good looks. Look at this.
And that's an 11-0 run answered by Western Kentucky.
The thing with Memphis is, when this isn't going, who can you throw it to on the block that can stabilize the offense? And Cisse probably not ready yet.
Great effort getting up the line by Kenny Cooper, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay Memphis basketball.
You know, out of the zone, you can still get in passing lanes, and Kenny Cooper has long arms playing the top as you're facing the basket right of the zone, and he's very quick.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to pigeonhole these teams. We talk about Western Kentucky, how brutal they are on offense, getting to the free throw line. Their defense is pretty good.
And they're not afraid to change it up. They'll go 1-3-1, extend it. They'll go 2-3, as you see right here.
And a shot clock violation.
I don't think anybody on Memphis knew. Now he got the ball in the middle, took his time, faked Bassey up in the air, but nobody was yelling clock.
And just as we talk about how Rick Stansbury's Western Kentucky team has a good defense to go with that good offense, same can be said for Penny and the Memphis Tigers. It's not like they are a bad offensive team. They averaged 72 points a game last year.
Yeah, they're a very good team. I mean, any way you want to slice it, offense, defense, running the floor, defensive transition, they're just very good. This is a very good basketball team, both of these.
Face-up game by Bassey. And Carson Williams, that's a veteran move by Carson Williams. had Lance Thomas looking the other way and threw it right off his backside out of bounds.
I would argue Lance Thomas, Williams has been the difference in this game. He has played really hard because of his hustle. They've scored 6 points out of second shots. Going to get a break here, but he has impacted this game far more in the first 13 minutes than he did all game yesterday.
3 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists already for number 22, Carson Williams. And he certainly leads this game in floor burns.
Yeah, he's been all over. He has floor burns on his back.
Almost stolen away by Boogie Ellis.
See, that's what I think Ellis needs to do. You're not going to hit, water finds this level. You're not going 6 for 7, okay? So you play defense, you come up with the ball, maybe get to the foul line, and then you're into the game. He came into the game the first time just jacking shots.
It's a 1-point lead, 7 minutes to go in the first half of the first semifinal from Sioux Falls. Bassey shot fake, but he traveled with it.
Yeah, split his feet.
Well, going on in other parts of the country, more college hoops. Yesterday, a pair of top 25 teams got away with wins. Number 18, Arizona State, almost blew a big lead and took down Rhode Island 94-88. Number 3, Villanova advanced over Boston College. Those two teams will meet tonight at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN in the Empire 2K Classic.
I thought both of them looked like teams playing their first games with a lot of pressure on them, and they ended up getting a win. This game tonight in that classic, the Empire Classic, will be much smoother for both. Should be a high-scoring game.
We'll get to your Mount Rushmore for college basketball this year, but I know Remy Martin from Arizona State and someone from Villanova are also on those lists.
Yeah, you know what? Remy Martin, first and foremost, I think he's one of these guys that could lead the country in scoring, and so could that kid if he played more.
Boogie Ellis has his first bucket and a chance at a 3-point play. Well, here's a look at your preseason All-Americans. 4 of the 5 in action. And Luka Garza, Remy Martin, Ayo Dosunmu, and Cade Cunningham, none of them disappointed.
No, they were all very, very good. Dosunmu, they scored 122 points, Illinois did. Came out of the gate great. Luka Garza scores 20 every night out. Remy Martin had to work for it now. I thought Remy Martin, Rhode Island is a tough team, just tough guys, and Remy Martin played pretty well in getting Arizona State the win.
First points of the game for Boogie Ellis after scoring 20 in the first half yesterday. Bassey sets the screen for Frampton, gets it back. Bassey, did he travel again? Couple of good-looking moves, but he moved the feet a little too early.
Yeah, Jeffries did a good job. He was in position to help, kind of faked at him, and I don't know whether Bassey did travel, but it looked like a travel. This zone, if they take the ball to the left side and bring it back, you're going to get a shot from the from the right-hand wing here, Nolly. There he is.
And he nails it.
Yeah, you could see that the top of the zone wasn't paying enough attention. What you have to do is behind you. You have to see behind you. You have to turn your head and see behind you. And the top of that zone was looking too much at the ball, and the right wing was wide open.
Landers Nolly now has half of Memphis's point total. 12 points. Memphis has 24.
Okay.
Jeffries on the left side, and we saw yesterday he loves driving left. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Bounce pass, Dandridge can't finish at the rim. And Bassey bringing it down, looking to go coast to coast. Look at the nimble feet of Charles Bassey.
That was pretty good. Bassey was going to go until anybody stopped him. Nobody did.
Bassey, 6 points, 6 rebounds in this first half. Here's Ball from the corner, got it.
Man, they have weapons. They have weapons. Boogie Ellis drives it, and everybody's got to pay attention to him. Whether it's Ball, whether Jeffries hasn't gotten going, but Ball, Nolly, Ellis just have weapons.
5 first-half triples for Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers. Here's Hollingsworth for 3 with an answer.
You can't guard it any better. I mean, Jeffries guarded it as well as you could, and Hollingsworth hit it sitting down.
Stolen away by Anderson. He's got numbers. Takes it himself and gets fouled by Nolly. Timeout on the floor, 3:55 to go, and Memphis clinging to a 2-point lead.
Hey, Ba is just another weapon. You get a guy in the corner, Nolly, Ba, Ellis, Memphis, precarious.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's, home for the holidays. And Dan Dockich and myself, Rich Hollenberg, everyone here in Sioux Falls on the ESPN crew says, happy holidays to you and yours. Thanks for having us in your living rooms. On Thanksgiving Day, we've got wall-to-wall basketball for you, starting with this first semifinal from the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic. The second semifinal, 15th ranked West Virginia will take on VCU. You have a couple of consolation bracket games coming from here and other parts of the country as well. And just like you, college basketball fans, we are thrilled that we are watching live college hoops once again.
Yeah, and we're watching it in a great venue. You know, this is a venue. I just had a friend of mine, Scott Heddy, who's a fantastic coach, won state championships. Now he's at Marion University. He just sent me a note saying, look, right here is where the NAIA national tournament is, and it's a wild time here, man. Packed houses. So this facility is absolutely perfect for an event like that, or for a big-time preseason or mid-season tournament. Good for South Dakota, man. This place is fantastic.
We saw what's called Falls Park as we came back from break. That's just one of the many things you can visit around here. But I'll tell you what, if I'm making a trip out here, Sanford Pentagon is on my list of places to visit.
It is. I mean, the whole area is cool.
Josh Anderson's 2 free throws have tied things up at 3:44 to go in the first half. It's been a game of runs, right? Started out both teams trading blows, then Memphis went on a 14-0 run, answered by a big run by the Hilltoppers. And that's a tough shot by Damian Baugh.
That's why I always say don't let a guy in the middle.
Right.
I mean, I'm telling you, don't let a guy in the middle, because things like that happen, and Baugh is going to get the ball in the bucket.
There's McKnight. And another foul called on the Memphis Tigers.
Well, here's the deal. This is what I was talking about. This is the gap area of the zone. Right in here, the defense, you can see everybody's head is on the ball, and this is how Nolly got the shot. They're going to have just a simple move. You see it's 2-on-1 on the right side against Frampton. If Frampton would have come up on number 3, the corner would have been open. But Frampton was watching the ball as well, so you get a wide open wing shot. That's what I was talking about. We saw it right before it happened because of the ball watching. When you're playing a zone, your head's on a swivel. You got to know what's behind you.
Here's the freshman McKnight. And the left-hander goes to the right side and draws the foul on the Tigers.
He just bullied his way. He used his left hip and just with strength. Old man freshman strength.
Well, that's Western Kentucky basketball,
right? It is. That's exactly Western Kentucky hoops.
Averaged 20 points a game as a high school senior, good enough to earn him Mr. Kentucky basketball honors. He had 21 yesterday, 7 for 10 from the field, perfect from the free throw line against Northern Iowa. He's got his first point now this afternoon. Make a 2 for 2 smooth stroke from Davion McKnight. And we are once again knotted up at 28 apiece with 3:13 to go in the first half. 3 games in 3 days from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. These teams in this most irregular of regular seasons, Dan, need to get at least 13 games under their belts to qualify for postseason play. And that one's good. Nolly's had a great first half.
Yesterday was Boogie Ellis. Today it's Nolly. And Nolly, as we've said, Virginia Tech transfer, averaged 15 at Virginia Tech last year in the ACC, comes here and just continues doing what? He'll be 50 years old playing in a men's league, dropping 30.
Landers Nolly made a big splash on the scene last year in his freshman debut, had 30 against Clemson. 11 yesterday, 14 today, but Carson Williams has a bucket of his own.
Carson Williams' difference in the game. He's hit 2 threes. He's gone on the deck, dug loose balls up for 2 more threes. Should be a shot over here.
Here's the lob. Cisse couldn't handle it. Williams the rebound. That last Williams triple puts the Tops up by 1.
So big 2 minutes. Everybody talks about the first 5 minutes of the second half. These last 2 minutes of the half are huge.
Huge shot by Jordan Rawls, and number 3 with a huge 3.
This is big. You don't want to get down because right now Western Kentucky is feeling it. You have to get a bucket here, and you can get it on the right side in the corner if you'll bring it this way.
Off the Cisse screen. Nolly tries again from the wing and's got it.
Yeah, that was open. I mean, the right side is where offense has to happen. Guys, people thinking man-to-man, all right, I'm a good man-to-man defender or I'm a bad man-to-man defender, but everybody's a good zone defender. That is not true. Some guys don't understand how to move in a zone. Some guys relax, and the right side of Western Kentucky's zone doesn't know what they're doing and are giving up shots.
Yesterday it was Boogie Ellis igniting the Memphis offense in the first half. Today, it's Landers Nolly with a game-high 17 so far. Taken away by McKnight, out of bounds. It'll be Memphis basketball, and both teams shooting it well from 3, Dan.
Yeah, Williams has been terrific. You know, this is going to be Rawls, but Williams setting the screen. He's accounting for a ton of points. He's playing a great floor game. Rawls knocks it in, and then on the other side, I'm telling you, this side right here, the right side of this zone is not talking to one another, not quick when the ball's in the air, and there's shots available.
Now Charles Bassey comes back in for Rick Stansbury with 1 minute and 1 second left.
All right, Rich, there's no excuse if you're playing zone that you give up a 3 by overhelping with Bassey in the game. Bassey's in there to protect the rim, which means the zone can extend out towards shooters more.
Ellis inbounds to Ball. Nolly, why not?
Didn't have it in his hand, lost it.
And Rawls comes away with it. Here's Hollingsworth. Into the paint, tried to give it off to Bassey, and a foul is called.
No, called a kick ball by Anderson. Anderson came out of there with a loose ball. I thought the same thing, but somebody must have kicked it in the middle there.
So now with 37 seconds left, about a 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Let's see what Memphis does to try to get back on top here at halftime.
Best thing could happen for Memphis, Boogie Ellis hitting a shot here. He's not going, he's forcing, he's pressing.
Remember yesterday?
Yeah.
1 foot inside the half-court line, and Boogie Ellis went to the locker room with a big 3. 15 seconds left, 4 on the shot clock. Here's Nolly. Good pass to DJ Jeffries.
Western Kentucky outthought themselves. Half of them, Hollingsworth in particular, thought they were going to a zone.
2 seconds to go. Hollingsworth. Good if it goes, but it's short. And we have a 1-point game at halftime, an entertaining one to say the least. A half of runs, and the Memphis Tigers will go to the locker room leading by 1, 35-34 over the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. That'll do it for the first half of the first semifinal from Sioux Falls. Now we send you back to the studio for the halftime report. Here's Kevin Connors, LaFonso Ellis, and Seth Greenberg. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's, home for the holidays. Happy holidays to one and all. Happy Thanksgiving. We've got wall-to-wall basketball on ESPN, and it started with a great first half here in Sioux Falls. The Bad Boy Mowers crossover classic, part of Feast Week presented by Lowe's. Memphis with a 1-point lead coming out of the locker room over Western Kentucky. Alongside Dan Dockich, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Here are some of the headlines from the first half, and it was a combative first half. 9 lead changes and 3 ties, Dan.
Yeah, Western Kentucky didn't get into the bonus until late in the half, which hinders their offense. Landers Nolly has been terrific for Memphis. Going to be interesting. I anticipate a lot of driving out of Western Kentucky to start this half to try as best they can to put Memphis in a little bit of foul trouble.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to see a Rick Stansbury coach team only go to the line 4 times in a half.
And that's big. As we've said earlier, Western Kentucky makes more free throws, than their opponent shoots.
Cisse off the missed lob. And now a traveling called on Landers Nolly, who led all scorers with 17 points, 6 for 10 from the field, including 4 for 6 behind the arc.
Yeah, he's terrific. And on the other side, number 22, Carson Williams, had 6 and 7. But of those 7 rebounds, 4 of them are offensive rebounds that led, 2 of them led to wide open threes because he kicked it out.
What's your take on Charles Bassey? 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks is a pretty good numbers line, but it doesn't seem like he's impacting the game as much as you would think.
You know, they had a chance 3 times right in this possession to throw the ball to him on the block. Didn't get it to him until he was 15 feet away. They got to get him the ball on the block. This whole possession would have been different had they just thrown the ball to number 23 on the post.
DJ Jeffries slow to get up floor. Here's Cisse. Jump hook.
Yeah, he has no offense. He really doesn't. He didn't shoot that with any confidence. Now he'll block this.
And he does. Dan Dockich knows a thing or two about this game.
Well, it's a bit of a block party here, and it should be because Bassey and Cisse pretty good. You're going to see right here Bassey going up and spiking it, and on the other end, Cisse is going to go up and spike it. Cisse has a lot to learn. He just does, and he knows it, and he works hard, and he does it kind of with a smile on his face. But Bassey needs the ball against him on the block.
Bassey has 3 blocks. Cisse has 2. A really nice drawn-up play by Rick Stansbury to get the easy bucket for Josh Anderson.
High screen, little flare, red, turn to the bucket, and Cisse, who was guarding the screener, Bassey, had no idea to help on the cutter.
Alex Lomax, 2 in white, gives it to Cisse, and it's blocked again by Bassey. His 4th rejection today.
You got to give him the ball.
Williams, tough take, no good. Jeffries the rebound. 2 minutes gone by in the second half. Western Kentucky up by 1. Nolly, nice up and under, and it's pinned again by Bassey.
Bassey's impacted so far. I just wish they'd throw him the dang ball. There you go.
Reward him, and he gets rewarded.
It's not that hard. Basketball is an easy game when you've got a guy like that, Bassey, who is getting great position on Cisse, and Cisse got to come out.
Now Lomax answers with a 2. His first 2 of the afternoon.
I think you got to go right back down to Bassey.
Hollingsworth, he is just right as rain, man. Consistent scorer.
He's a baller. I mean, he may end up with 2,000 points. He's going to keep moving up. Over 1,500 right now. Great history. Jim McDaniel leading the all-time scores. Courtney Lee.
Our former colleague Darren Horn played some good basketball for Western Kentucky.
Darren Horn was a tough dude. Anthony Winchester. Watch this here. Watch Bassey. Wait. Now he comes over, spikes it. And then he's going to run the floor right down the middle. The dude is an Olympic sprinter. I mean, he can really go, and they gave it to him, and he just went over Cisse. Here's another look. Look at this. Just come over, back.
Here's Memphis attacking. They wave it off. There's a foul on the floor.
Well, that was the strongest that I've seen DJ Jeffries go to the rim. He's been a little bit too upright. That time he went determined.
Jeffries held to just 2 points in the first half. He's entering the season on the Julius Erving watch list, awarded to the best small forwards in the country. Only 20 guys get named to that list. And Penny Hardaway came into this season, Dan, telling us he's the best player on our team. He needs to play like it.
And that's good. That is the expectation. That's not putting, people in this day and age, well, you're putting too much pressure. No, he's not. He's just telling you what the deal is.
Bassey, another rebound. Anderson. No, Dandridge clears. And here's Jeffries. Quinones wide open from the corner, and he can't pay it off. Weak side rebound to Hollingsworth. Kenny Cooper, top of the key. Some rush shots on both ends of the floor.
Yeah,
here's the lob, and Damian Baugh pays it off.
But right back at him. Here we go.
Cooper from the corner. Got it this time.
Hey, this is a fun game. Ball's not stopping. We're going back down the court again.
Ten lead changes so far, and we still have 15.5 minutes left in this game. We have our first media timeout of the second half. It's Western Kentucky up by 4.
There's a lot of guys you can lob to in this game. Lomax gets in the middle of the floor and hits ball. It's a fun game. Stay with us.
Well, here's some headlines from college basketball reopening things yesterday. Samford drops a $174 on D3 Greenville. How about Georgia State going to 4 overtimes against their in-city rival Georgia Tech and outlasting the Ramblin' Wreck 123-120. Another high-scoring affair for the Razorbacks. They put up a $142, and the 8th-ranked Illinois Fighting Illini, Brad Underwood, scoring in bunches.
Hey, Bucky McMillan, high school coach Martin Newton, son of C.M. Newton, hires him to coach Samford. A lot of people are saying, what are you doing? You hire a high school coach. The only high school to college coach right now is Bob McKillop at Davidson. So all Bucky McMillan does yesterday is score 1,000. Good for him.
Did you say Bob McKillop went from high school to college?
Yeah, he was a high school coach.
That was like 50 years ago.
I know. Yeah.
He's one of the greats.
He's one of the greats. Coached Matt Doherty in high school. Remember Matt from North Carolina? Notre Dame coach. Should never left Notre Dame.
I always remember Bob McKillop when his Davidson team would practice and they'd hit a bunch of 3s in a row. He would yell, "Milkshakes!" And I'm like, what does milkshakes have to do? He's like, that's what we used to do in the Bronx when we would hit 3-pointers. We would yell, "Milkshakes!" And he still does it to this day.
All right. Well, famously, remember Jerry Faust came out of Moeller High School and took over the Notre Dame football job. That didn't go so great.
Moeller High School in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see a Moeller High grad coming up next in West Virginia. Deuce McBride leading the Mountaineers into the semifinals here.
That's going to be a heck of a game, too. VCU looked like havoc back in the day, right? Shaka Smart. 18-0 run.
Yeah, both of those teams, 2 of the more iconic defenses in the last decade or so. And they both looked like it yesterday, too. Here's Bassey, got his first 3.
Bassey's going to make a 3 when he blocks shots, rebounds. He's just totally immersed into this game. He is, and he's dominated this second half. The 3 is just a part of it. The defense, the running, the post move, that's all of it.
1 rebound shy of a double-double for Charles Bassey. 11 points, 9 rebounds. And oh, by the way, he also has 4 blocks, or 5 blocks now.
Memphis has been selfish offensively in this game. They really haven't moved the ball. They haven't been crisp. The guy who gets it doesn't think he's getting it back, so he shoots it.
Western Kentucky trailed by 1 at the break. They're up by 7 now with 13 and a half to go. Let's go back to Bassey, Doc.
He's got a nice short stroke. So, you know, the NBA line is farther. You wonder, can he hit an NBA three? But see, it's a really nice short stroke. His wrist and elbow are right under the basketball. You know, yesterday you wanted him making his first one because he stood out there for a while. This time he's more immersed into the overall game and really dominating it. I don't think he's very happy to be coming out right now.
He will take a break.
What he's got to understand is the coach is trying to get him a minute and a half here of game time to get it under the 12-minute mark so that he can be, you know, fresh. But I'm with him, man. When you're rolling, you never want to come out. And he's rolling right now.
And Williams cans them both. He had a good first half with 6 points and 7 rebounds. Now he's got 8 points on the game. And Western Kentucky has a 48-39 lead.
I got to get 2 guys going here. I got to get number 11 and number 0 going here if I'm Memphis.
Here's Nolly. He's been going all afternoon.
Yeah, he's going. You know he's going, right? But Quinones and Jeffries have kind of, you got to get one of those 2 going to help out. You assume Boogie Ellis is going to make a shot, but those 2 have to go here offensively. That's what they do, right? Yeah. Put your head down, figure it out later.
Well, coming up tomorrow, you can settle in with all your leftovers from Thanksgiving for our college football triple header. Number 13, Iowa. Number 17, Texas, kicking things off at noon Eastern on ABC. Then the second-ranked Fighting Irish squaring off against number 19, UNC at 7, and then at 7:30 on ESPN. It's the rivalry game between 15th-ranked Oregon and Oregon State from Corvallis. How about the fact that Indiana is a football school now?
Darn right it is. Tom Allen's a great story. Leo, love each other, baby. I have a terrific quarterback. Michael Penix.
Yeah, Michael
really
Penix
good.
is.
And Ty Freifogel, as a wide receiver, has moved himself, has to be into, I don't know about a first-round pick, but he's been dynamite.
Well, listen, as an ardent Twitter follower of yours, I know that you love the wide receiver core for the Indiana Hoosiers.
They've got a guy named Whop Fillier. And he's named Whop because he liked Whoppers as a kid, so his family just named him. But that wide receiver core with Freifogel and Fillier, fantastic. They have Maryland this weekend.
And there's an and one opportunity for Boogie Ellis. He's had a quiet day so far, but this will be his second opportunity to complete a three-point play.
Yeah, good for him. Somebody needs to go, and Ellis got the middle of the floor. You see how spread out everybody is. No real recognition to help, and Ellis takes advantage of the freshman McKnight.
Ellis off the mark with that, so he's stuck on 5 points, and it's a 7-point Western Kentucky advantage with the ball. Davion McKnight bullies his way to the basket. Thomas takes it away. On the floor again is Carson Williams.
Tell you what, Carson Williams almost came up with that. I mean, Williams is hustling today. I mean, he's come up with balls. Watch this now. You know, McKnight gets heated up a little bit, gets going too fast. Watch Williams here. Boom. Almost. I'd like to see Boogie Ellis get a shot here again. Take him right down the lane, pull up, hit it.
Boy, if he can heat up, that would be a game changer for Memphis.
Good defense, really good defense right there.
Look out from behind. Quinones back taps it out of bounds. It'll stay Hilltoppers basketball.
I think right now, number 20, McKnight, in black, isn't real confident handling the ball. So you've got to heat him up. If you make him go to his right hand, I think you can get a turnover.
Frampton, he's a three-point specialist, but no good there. Nolly, shot fake off the
Bad
mark.
Shot. You know, I know he's going, but you got to get guys involved if you're going to win this one.
They work it inside. Carson Williams had the mismatch with Boogie Ellis on him, but Ellis did not fall back.
He took a shot, too. He took a shot to the chop, stayed with it, and knocked it off of Williams' wrist. Actually, his forearm.
Penny Hardaway has some history with Western Kentucky, and it ain't pretty. We'll tell you what that is when we come back. Gobble, gobble, everybody. Thanksgiving Day, Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic semifinals. Western Kentucky up 7. Rich Hollenberg, Dan Dockett. You know, Penny Hardaway, Dan, does not have fond memories of facing a Western Kentucky Hilltoppers program. The last collegiate game of his Memphis Tigers career was played against Western Kentucky, came in 1993 in the first round of the NCAA tournament, and the Tops took it to him at the Tigers.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. I remember watching what they named the gym. The gym was like the pyramid, and that joint was crazy with Penny Hardaway, but that's in the NCAA tournament. Western Kentucky has a great history, an absolutely great history. Look, I told you McKnight can get sped up right now. He's not very confident.
And the officials right there. It's going to be Western Kentucky basketball.
I've got to get somebody else to handle the ball, whether it's Rawls, or a big, because Lomax is heating him up. He's just not confident today, so he loses it. Pretty good play and a good call, but pretty good play by McKnight to get back in there, not sulk. Don't sulk. Basketball's a game of mistakes. You make a mistake, you're on to the next play.
Just to pay off that Penny Hardaway story, they lost 55-52. He, as he usually did, stuffed the stat sheet. 17 points, 5 boards, 4 steals. But it was in a losing effort, and then he ends up getting drafted 3rd overall in the ensuing 93 draft by
Orlando Magic.
And they played that game in Orlando, I was told.
Really?
Yeah, shout out to Chuck Galena, part of the sports information office at Memphis, for that little nugget.
He didn't touch you. If you don't touch him,
Weber and Hardaway drafted together. They traded Weber.
Yeah, right. You know who's on that Hilltoppers team? Former colleague of ours, now current Northern Kentucky head coach, the inimitable Darren Horn.
Darren was a tough player. We played against him when I was coaching Indiana. Darren was a tough dude.
I was texting with him last night about that. I said, how come you only scored 6 points in that game? He said, I spent all my energy shutting down Penny.
How many Penny had?
17.
All right. That's shutting him down?
Yeah.
Penny survived, right? I mean, he went on to do okay.
I think he did all right by himself. 2-time All-American, ends up being a 4-time NBA All-Star. And one of the great stories that I just recently heard on a podcast from Memphis was that in 1995, when he and the Orlando Magic beat Michael Jordan and the Bulls in the playoffs, Michael Jordan was wearing Penny Hardaway's shoe. I don't know how that's possible, and I didn't fact check it, so I don't know if it's true. But out of Beale Street, they're saying that that's what happened. And that's the only time that happened.
A lot of things get said on Beale Street.
That's true. Bluff City might have been bluffing on that.
I'm saying. Your Western Kentucky, this lineup, you've got to get the ball on the block to Bassey against Quinones. They're scuffling a little bit, not confident on the dribble. You solved the whole thing right here.
Here's a mismatch. Bassey goes to work. And a foul is called.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Rick Stansberry is getting all over the local guy, Kelly Pfeiffer. I don't know what more you can do. They called the foul. They threw it in there, and they called the foul. And you had to do this. I mean, this is a matchup you want. 3 bigs from Memphis, none of them are in, so you go get Bassey against Quinones.
So that foul sends Charles Bassey to the line for the first time this afternoon. He has 11 points and 10 rebounds to go along with 5 blocks. Are we on triple-double alert yet, or a little too early for that?
No, I think we're looking at it. Look, I've seen a lot of basketball players in my lifetime. This may be the best body I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's ready-made for the NBA.
Oh, I'm telling you, his legs, I mean, honest to goodness, this kid here has everything you want, and He plays really hard. Might need to make a free throw, but he plays really hard.
Yep.
Now here you've got Bassey on the perimeter against DJ right here. DJ Jeffries, you got to go.
Jeffries held in check so far. Now he's on the left side, and it's blocked by Bassey right on cue. That's block number 5. But Western Kentucky coughs it up at the other end.
See, if you're Memphis, you want the ball just going. Just don't let it stop. Memphis is really struggling in half-court offense. Like, Bassey blocks the shot. DJ Jeffries got a running start right here. Bassey moved his feet, showed his hands, and pins it. Half-court offense has been selfish by Memphis. They need to get in transition and whip the ball. They've got too many scorers out there to stand around in half-court.
11 points, 10 boards, 6 blocks now for Charles Bassey as Quinones cans the free throw. And don't look now, but we have a 3-point game again, halfway through this second half. And here's Quinones with 2 free throws and a 1-possession ball game.
Yeah, Penny Hardaway did exactly what he wants this picked up. He wants this full court, and he wants to stir it up with his defense. They got McKnight out of there. Rick Stansbury did for Western Kentucky because he is struggling handling the ball. He's going with veterans.
Here's Bassey. That's one of those situations where you have to look at it and say, was that a flop? Hard to tell from our vantage point.
Hey, Quinones is 6'7", built like a tight end. Of course that was a flop. That dude is built. Now, I'll tell you what, I'd look to get a shot for Quinones. He's feeling good right now.
Here's the Crossover Classic brackets. The winner of this advances to the finals. They will face the winner of 15th ranked West Virginia taking on VCU. That's immediately following the conclusion of this game right here on ESPN. There's another rebound for Charles Bassey, his 11th.
There were no passes in that possession. Lomax just decided, I'm going to take a tough shot. You can get a contested shot anytime you'd like. This is what I'm talking about, and I wouldn't be surprised if Ellis doesn't get back in here for Lomax. He's in for Quinones. Now you've got Nolly down on the other end guarding Bassey. Throw the ball around, spread the defense, and get it inside. And you'll get a bucket here. Fairly easy bucket or a foul, or both. There it is.
Here's the lob. Bassey wanted it, and he got it.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were bringing it towards him, taking it away, setting a cross screen. Bassey met it or read it perfectly and got it with second effort. Again, just dribbling off your foot. Selfish.
Still a 4-point advantage.
Right in the middle. There he is. Foul.
And a foul is going to go on Landers Nolly in the paint.
You know, you've got 3 bigs if you're Penny Hardaway. You can go offense, defense here with one of them. Watch, the front is there. Watch Bassey underneath. He's going to come across. He reads it, and now he misses, but has great second effort. You know, you can hold. They allow guys to hold bigs, and I don't think it's right. But Bassey with a great read. Now watch this. He goes right back and beats everybody to the ball. Yeah, good for Penny Hardaway. You can go offense, defense, and put Cisse, which he just did, in to play defense against the bigger Bassey.
The problem with all these fouls for Memphis is that's playing right into the hands of Rick Stansbury and the Western Kentucky offense. They only went to the free throw line 4 times in the first half, but now it's starting to add up, and Charles Bassey is starting to put his stamp on this.
Yeah, throw the ball to Bassey. He's going. He doesn't need to be outside. He doesn't need to be shooting threes. He needs to be right there and dominating. Kid's a lottery pick for crying out loud.
Cisse at the other end with the dunk.
It's my favorite play in basketball. The down screener, Nolly comes off, he's hot, everybody jumps to him. Nolly, unselfish, gets it back to the big, rewards him.
Charles Bassey with a big man's double-double so far. 15 points, 12 boards.
He's going to end up with 8 or 9 blocks minimum. All right. Watch here. Little up screen and a roll. How good is that? Bassey can read. Bassey knows he's not just a big guy being a big guy. You saw him read the cross screen, pop back. Now you saw him slip the screen. That's well coached. That's smart basketball by this kid.
Almost a year ago, December 7th of 2019, he broke his left leg, ended up having the same surgery that Houston Texans All-Pro J.J. Watt had, performed by the same surgeon that Watt had it performed by. And less than a year later, he is back. He was cleared for basketball activities back in September. A remarkable recovery for Charles Bassey, and now he is feeling it in this semifinals. And an offensive foul called. It'll be Western Kentucky basketball.
Boy, Penny Hardaway is doing everything he can to get DJ Jeffries involved. They thought they had it against Frampton, and he just ducked his shoulder. Great defense by that kid right there. Good toughness. We got a ball game, Rich.
Well, it's not necessarily a coming out party for Charles Bassey, but it's a coming back party for Charles Bassey.
Well, you've documented it. You know, broken leg, the same injury J.J. Watt had a year ago, and he's faced all type of defenders in this game. You know, the bigs of Memphis are big and they're long, and then they put smaller on him, and I'm not so sure he's not going to end up with a triple-double. He's got 5 blocks right now. I told you during the break, if he was playing against Western Kentucky, who drives it all the time, he'd end up with 12 blocks. Memphis, a little bit more of a jump shooting team, but he's been terrific.
Here's what we were talking about, Dan. We document the road to recovery for Charles Bassey. That season-ending injury came against the Razorbacks back on December 7th of a year ago. He had surgery 3 days later in Houston. June was when he was able to first step on the floor and start non-contact activities. And then September, a couple months ago, he was cleared for full contact. And he looks even better than he was a year ago.
And, you know, right now it's mano-a-mano. Let's see if he can go against the tall Cisse.
I like the fact that how aggressive Charles Bassey is being.
That's a little official. Big official doesn't call that. Steve Welmer, the whale, huge. You never call that until you hit him on the eye. You wouldn't call any body bumping down low. That's just 2 guys playing.
Is that a compliment, the whale?
Oh, yeah, I love the whale.
Okay.
Whale was the most verbal official. He would tell you, stop. You call that a foul.
That's like a whale in Vegas.
Yes.
Okay. High roller?
No, he was a whale in terms of size. Can't call that. Sorry, I'll get off it.
16 points, 12 rebounds, 6 blocks for Charles Bassey. Now with 17. That's a team high. Landers Nolly for Memphis has a game high 19, but he's been quiet over the last stretch of time. There's a no-look lob, and DJ Jeffries might have been surprised by getting that pass, but he cashes in.
Good for Cisse. He saw something on the block, and we talked about it. They're trying hard to get DJ Jeffries involved. 2 for 10 yesterday. Not any better today. Maybe that'll get him going. Bassey, middle.
Am I right? Does it feel like Western Kentucky should be up by 10?
Yes. Now, how's that not a foul? Seriously, I mean, if you're going to call the first one, call the second one. Glad he didn't.
Yeah. Instead, we're going the other way, and Memphis has a chance to make it a 1-possession ball game again with 7 minutes to go.
All right, this is from the movie Hoosiers, right? 4 passes. You need 4 passes and swing the ball just to get everybody involved here, unless somehow you can just get a layup.
Somewhere Gene Hackman is smiling.
Here's your 4.
Boogie. Got it.
That was 4 passes. Defense, you got to give the defense a chance to screw up. And the defense for Western Kentucky just did right there. They ran through the passing lane, opened up Boogie Ellis.
It's a 1-point lead for Western Kentucky. Memphis will not go away. We knew that.
Hollingsworth here.
Here's Hollingsworth. Oh, and a block, and Cisse went down face first.
That's goaltend.
And Hollingsworth will be slow to get up as well. I didn't hear a whistle, but time has stopped with 6:13 to go.
Yeah, they called it a goaltend. The back official had it. Late, very late, and very quiet whistle. I thought it was a good call. Big boy basketball, right? You got big guys in there. Cisse comes over and catches it, I think, a little bit on the way down. Same thing here, though. 3-point game, you'll get a chance to tie if you move it a little bit.
Boogie. And he's starting to get on track.
How easy was that? They just took it one way, and Boogie Ellis sprinted to the top, got it, and my goodness, that's the worst defense I've seen Western play in the 2 games we've had them.
Double digits for Boogie Ellis. It's a 1-point game.
Hollingsworth.
Working on Jeffries.
You got about 1,500 points right there. You got to give him a look.
Fellow senior Anderson. They get it deep inside to Bassey, and it counts.
That was terrific. The ball kept moving, and Bassey just kept backing Cisse down, and Cisse down. Finally, Cisse couldn't get around, and Bassey was under the rim. That's good offense.
Bassey now with 19 points. In and out, Bassey another rebound.
That's not the shot you want. I know in and out, but Lomax shooting a spinning fadeaway after no passes is not what Penny Hardaway wanted. You can tell by his reaction on the bench, he's not happy.
Cooper. Frampton lines it up. Can't knock it down. Offensive rebound, Anderson out of bounds, and it's Memphis basketball.
Watch this here. Watch Bassey. Just watch under the bucket. He's just backing people down. Cisse comes back and can't get around him. That's good post play. That'll win you a game.
Yeah.
Look at this. Cisse has no chance. Doesn't even get off his feet because he's just buried by the bigger, stronger Bassey.
Can't defend that.
There's nothing you can do.
Memphis could tie with a 3. Nolly. Nice head and shoulder fake off the window, too strong. Coming up on 4 minutes to go. The winner advances to the championship game tomorrow in Sioux Falls, and there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout. Charles Bassey and the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers are trying to escape against Memphis. Happy Thanksgiving, Hoops fans. We got a good one here as the clock is winding down in the first semifinal of the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic from Sioux Falls. Rich Hollenberg, Dan Dockich. The Hilltoppers up by 3 over Memphis. And on the left side of your screen, you see 2 gentlemen having a heck of an afternoon.
Yeah, you know, Bassey has been terrific. Really the whole game, as has Nolly, and Nolly's been the go-to guy. Slowed down a little bit in the second half, just kind of missed an easy one right there, but Bassey's kind of dominated this game. He's got 5 blocks as well. It's been terrific.
They go inside. Carson Williams back on the floor. Up and under. Do they count it? Yes, they do.
He absolutely obliterated Landers Nolly there. Just spun, got in the post, and Nolly had no clue how to defend that.
When we come back, Carson Williams will have a chance at a 3-point play.
But watch this. This is just dominating a guy. Nolly is not used to playing in the post, leaves his feet. Williams plays through it.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers. Mow with an attitude. by Sanford Health, improving the human condition. And by Complete Sports Management, see the world through our eyes. That is not Clarence Clemens. I know that for a fact.
The big guy.
Yeah. Big Springsteen fan. You know who else is? Mike Rhodes, head coach of VCU. That semifinal game against West Virginia coming up next.
Question. Who isn't?
A fan of Clarence Clemens?
Or Springsteen?
You know what? He's a little bit polarizing. My wife can't stand it.
The music, the politics?
No. Well, both.
Okay.
I would say both. Yeah. But I am a native son of the Garden State, so it is my birthright to love Bruce Springsteen. And I do. Williams can't pay off.
I'm from Indiana, and I'm just, I'm Mellencamp.
All
right, I'm good. It's fine.
See, I love John Cougar Mellencamp.
I know. I'm all right.
It's taken us this long to get into music discussion.
Man, when you dribble into trouble and throw it over your head, like Ellis just did, it's going to be a turnover against Western Kentucky.
And now the Hilltoppers up 5, 3.5 to go. Going to be patient and deliberate on offense. Williams, he's got all the moves in the post.
Oh, man, he just dominated Jeffries again. And you know what? Dandridge has got to come in 23 and help. Bassey went out on the perimeter. You're not worried about Bassey on the perimeter. You got to come in and help your overmatched teammate.
Boogie Ellis had it poked away by Tavion Hollingsworth and immediately called a timeout.
Tavion Hollingsworth has been into Boogie Ellis this entire game. Boogie Ellis, and this is tough for kids, and he's going to learn this. He came into this game thinking about yesterday's game. He was unbelievably good yesterday. And it's so difficult when you play back-to-back to have the same mindset. You know, you're still thinking, so he came out and he jacked a couple shots early. They didn't go, and you know, now Hollingsworth is into him hard. It's just, it's so tough. College basketball, basically, you play it in your underwear. Everybody can see you. You really, I mean, football, you got a bucket on your head. You walk around, nobody knows you. But you play day after day, and it's just so hard to have the same mentality.
Well, later tonight, it's the championship of the Empire 2K Classic. Pair of top 20 teams, Villanova and Arizona State, will be going at it. Boogie Ellis.
I thought that was a bad move. You were doing some, I was going to say, that is a bad move going to that 2-3 zone. That 2-3 zone for Western Kentucky has been slow, and the gaps have been wide open, cost them 3.
And now Rick Stansbury wants to talk it over. Western Kentucky has 1 timeout remaining. Memphis has 2. And with 2:44 to go, we'll take a 30-second break and be back to Sioux Falls after this. West Virginia Mountaineers watching the final 2:45 of this one in Sioux Falls. They'll be in the other semifinal against VCU. And speaking of other games, the 2K Empire Classic coming up later. Arizona State, ranked 18th, will take on the 3rd-ranked Villanova Wildcats. Remy Martin, Jeremiah Robinson Earl, 2 guys who Dan Dockich thinks are going to be major difference makers in college hoops.
Yeah, Jeremiah Robinson Earl I have as one of my Mount Rushmore wing guys. He is a 9-9 guy last year. He's going to be about 15-10.
See what you did there with the Mount Rushmore thing, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. It's the Mount Rushmore State, those of you wonder.
So here are the Hilltoppers, up by 4, 2.5 to go. And a shot clock violation. Memphis defense again.
You have 3 guards out there, and I'm watching the court. I'm looking at the clock, and not one guy, and Hollingsworth's a veteran guy, not one guy saw the shot clock except for the coach.
Got 3 seniors on the floor for Western Kentucky right now. Lomax, wide open Dandridge, but he missed it. And it's going the other way. Malcolm Dandridge had that gift wrapped under the basket.
Man, he was wide open. All he had to do was lay it in. The worst case scenario, he misses, gets it back. I'm sorry, the worst case scenario was he misses and it gets hit off him. If I'm Penny Hardaway, I'm continuing to trap here. Western Kentucky, a little bit skittish with the ball.
Here's Bassey. Today has been Charles Bassey's day for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. 19 points, 14 rebounds, 6 blocks. Trying to lead his team to the championship game. And his front court mate Carson Williams has been almost his equal.
Tell you what, Rick Stansbury is wearing out Penny Hardaway and the staff at Memphis by figuring out matchups. And that time, again, it was Williams. I mean, this is just a matchup that Rick Stansbury went to 3 or 4 minutes ago, and he saw it. There's been really no adjustment. Smaller guy on this big, strong kid, Williams. Williams is huge. And you see, now he wants no part of that. 0 part of that physicalness by Williams.
As good as Charles Bassey has been, you can make the case that Carson Williams was the MVP of this game.
No question about it. I mean, Carson Williams dug up loose balls, kicked it out, 2 threes, hit a couple threes in the first half himself. And as I said, Stansbury figured this out and went to Williams on the left block, and Memphis has had 0 answer.
And he's leaving some skin on the floor here.
He is, on his front and his back. He's rolled over on the ball. He's dived. He's dove face first. I mean, and now he almost tripped and fell into the plexiglass as he came off the court.
He's getting a good chuckle out of that one as well. His team's up 5.
Just need to stop if you're Memphis. You don't foul. You'll get a 10 count.
The freshman McKnight gives it up to the grad senior, Kenny Cooper. And they get what they want if you're Memphis. A turnover in the backcourt.
Yeah, and that was terrific. That was terrific, not fouling and keeping the pressure on. Look at my man Williams here, watch. Oops. Gosh, he's so big, stuff goes flying. All right, now, Lomax cannot take off on a dribble here. Move the basketball. Quinones will get something in the corner if you move it enough.
He's surrounded by shooters. Jeffries off to the left. The rebound to Cooper. Again, a quick shot.
And a guy that hasn't made any. And you got guys out there like Nolly and Quinones and Boogie Ellis.
And what a luxury if you're Rick Stansbury and you have the lead late in a close game. This team, and we've documented it already, last year made 136 more free throws than their opponents attempted. That was first in the country in that category. Today, they're 10 for 14 from the stripe. Cooper knocks down this one.
Now, again, you're going to have a 6 or 7 point game. You got a minute to go. If you just jack up a shot and miss, the game is over. It just is, because you're going to have to foul, then it's going to go to 9. So what you have to do is you've got to work it and get a great look. And if you miss a great look, fine. You've got Quinones in a corner. You've got Ellis on the left side. And you've got Nolly. 3 guys who should be shooting the ball here.
Here's Ellis. Catch and release. Too strong.
Yeah, bitch.
And another foul by Memphis with 46 to go.
Think about that shot. You're running from left to right, which means you're running away from the basket, Rich, and you're going to kick your legs out to shoot a 3. I tell you this, though, Penny Hardaway will have a lot of things to show his team about being selfish, being rushed offensively, and they should get better from it. But they have been out of sorts and selfish offensively this entire ball game.
Well, yesterday, Kenny Cooper didn't score a lot, but his 2 late free throws salted the game away against Northern Iowa. He could essentially do that again today against the Memphis Tigers. Makes them both. It's an 8-point lead for Western Kentucky coming up on 40 seconds to go.
Same thing here. You get a good shot.
Ellis blocked by Bassey.
He should have 2 blocks there. He blocked it with his right and then swatted it with his left.
That is block number 7 for the big man.
Let's see, there's a right hand, and there's a left. Oh, no, I guess it was the face.
Now time is of the essence. Got to get it up. Landers Nolly does, and nails it. Quick timeout. That's 1 timeout remaining for the Memphis Tigers, 1 timeout remaining for Western Kentucky. Possession arrow goes to the Hilltoppers with 25.4 left. You have to obviously assume that Memphis is going to foul immediately when Western Kentucky inbounds.
Yes and no. You've got to face guard. Now, Memphis is quick and used to pressing. You switch everything if you're Memphis. You face guard. If you want to get 1 trap where you get a deflection, maybe you get a steal and a quick layup. If not, out of 1 trap, I've got to foul Bassey if I can, and I know he played well yesterday, but McKnight is another guy. He's in the game right now, or he was, that I would foul immediately or after 1 trap. Memphis is good with the trap. They have active hands. You just want to get a deflection, somebody coming in, steal, and a layup if you can, but if you don't, you foul, and that kid's one to foul.
Yesterday, Western Kentucky went 27 for 31 from the free throw line. This afternoon, they're 13 for 18. And now for today's Play of the Game, brought to you by Complete Sports Management. We've been talking about him all afternoon, Carson Williams.
Well, this is the matchup that Rick Stansberry found, right? Nolly is not a post player. Williams is a post player. Nolly not a post defender, and Williams just went on the block and abused him on a couple different occasions. And what it did was, Rich, it gave Western Kentucky a comfort level offensively. They knew they could go to that kid right there and get a bucket in a mismatch. If Bassey gets it, I'm fouling. Here it is. There's your trap.
Almost a turnover. It is a turnover.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you, with that lineup out there, Memphis is used to trapping, pressuring, and switching with one another. Now, same thing. A bucket makes it a 1-possession game. You don't need a jacked up 3. I'd look for Nolly, maybe get him in the lane.
Ball's going to trigger the inbounds. The lob. Boogie Ellis gets it up. Was there a foul call?
No, it was a tip-in by DJ Jeffries. Really good tip and a great play by Anthony Hardaway. I'm fouling. You got to foul him.
3-point game, and that's exactly what they do. So, Dan, things going the way that Memphis wants them to go.
Yeah, look, this is a great inbounds, a little back cut. Ellis gets it. Bassey fouled him, no call, and then Jeffries did a great job of letting the ball come off the rim and be there with a left-handed tip.
So Charles Bassey will shoot 2 at the free throw line.
This is
19 points.
I'm sorry, Rich. This is what you're trying to do. Make them make a free throw in a 1-possession game.
And he does, calmly.
All right, he misses this one. Let's just say he misses this. You got to take this to the bucket. Now they got to make 2 free throws to make it a 2-possession game.
Bassey, in limited action, 10 games, shot 79% from the line last year.
Great job by that kid.
Both, absolutely. So now 21 points for Bassey to go along with 14 rebounds and 7 blocks.
All right, 5-point game. You're trying to keep this at a 1-possession game. If it's a wide open corner 3, fine. If not, drive the middle.
15 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Nolly, top of the key. Off. Quinones, almost had a chance at a 3-point play. Instead, he'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Boy, Nolly had one more pass, and he had ball on the left side, standing there wide open. But good job by Quinones getting to the backboard. Make him. Now you got to foul. 10 seconds left. Try to steal the inbound. Whoever gets it, I'm fouling. I want to extend it, but you got to make both here.
And he misses the first. An 80% free throw shooter is Lester Quinones.
And the reason, obviously, you got to make both is to make it a 1-possession game. And that's what you're trying to do whenever you're down. Keep it at a 1-possession game.
Right now, the lead is 5 for Western Kentucky. 10.6 to go. He missed them both. But it's tracked down by Memphis. Nolly. Three! He got it! And we have a one-possession ball game with 5.4 to go, and the final timeout called by Anthony Hardaway.
What a play by DJ Jeffries. What a play. He comes, watch him on the right side of your screen. He knocks it away from Bassey, and then is smart enough to get it to Nolly, who actually shot fakes Hollingsworth the heck out of there. This is terrific. Look at DJ Jeffries, strong enough with his left hand. Nolly, shot fake, get the guy out of there. Wow.
Landers Nolly has a game-high 25 points on the strength of make it 6 3-pointers this afternoon. His team, however, trails by 2, 71-69, 5.4 to go. Possession arrow still with the Hilltoppers, and Western Kentucky still has one timeout remaining.
Now, nobody on the ball. Let's see what they do. They're going to play center field with Nolly, and they should on the perimeter switch everything. If you're Western Kentucky, you're given space and you're just sprinting to get open. You got to
get it into Cooper, and they foul immediately. About 1.3 comes off the clock. So 4.1 remains, and Kenny Cooper will go to the free throw line.
All right, here's your decision. You're Rick Stansbury. If he makes one and misses one, 3-point game, 4.1. I think you do. One dribble and you foul. He makes them both. Obviously, you win the ball game.
As long as the three-point play has been in effect, that is the age-old question for coaches.
Oh, it is.
Are you a foul guy or are you a play defense guy?
I used to be a play defense guy, but I've seen enough of it. I'm a foul guy. This is a perfect setup for it because it'll be under 4 minutes.
Cooper,
excuse me, under 4 seconds. So it's perfect. And that's...
And you know that's what Rick Stansbury is going to be talking about with his troops with the final timeout called. And now for today's player of the game, brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, none other than Charles Bassey.
Yeah, he's been terrific. I mean, look, he's done all this. And, oh, by the way, he just sank 2 free throws to keep it a 2-possession game a minute ago. I mean, you see the numbers right there. Fantastic. And this is against some bigs now. You're talking about Cisse, who may be a lottery pick in his own right. Dandridge, who's a willing guy. Thomas. But Bassey has been the best player on the court this entire ball game.
Stuff in the stat sheet with 21 points on 8 for 13 shooting. 4 for 6 from the free throw line. He has 14 rebounds and 7 blocks this afternoon against Memphis. The winner advances to the Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic Championship. That'll be on ESPN tomorrow. And they will face the winner of 15th ranked West Virginia and Bob Huggins, who take on Mike Rhodes and the VCU Rams coming up immediately following the conclusion of this game right here on ESPN. Huggs looks thrilled as always.
Well, Huggs is very excited. Is he dead? Wake up, Huggs. He's sleeping with his eyes open.
882 wins.
Yeah, man, he's
Robert Huggins.
You know what? What I love about that is he hasn't been at Kansas, Indiana, Kentucky. I mean, Cincinnati was dead in the water. He gets there, next thing you know, they're in the Final Four.
Yep.
I mean, West Virginia's in the Final Four.
Game over. Cooper might have put this one out of reach. Jeffries, yep, he pushed Kenny Cooper in the back. And that should do it. Offensive foul called on DJ Jeffries.
That's an easy call. That was right in the middle of the lane, right in front of Kelly Pfeiffer.
And now Tavion Hollingsworth will go to the line. There's the VCU Rams. The latest addition to this Bad Boy Mowers Crossover Classic field. They just found out about, what, 48 hours ago that they were coming here?
When did Western Kentucky get in? Late last week,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They were not in this.
Right. They replaced Creighton VCU replaced Wichita State.
Yeah, we talk about Leah Miller, who runs this tournament. She and her husband, Jim Tooley, who runs in USA Basketball. Leah, fantastic job, man. Wichita State, they're out. Okay, we'll bring in VCU. And they played like gangbusters last night.
Rock star, Leah Miller.
Yeah, she is. So's Jim, man. Jim's a guy, along with Coach K and Colangelo. They got USA Basketball straightened out.
Yeah, big cog in USA Basketball success. And no surprise here, Western Kentucky ices the game from the free throw line. They will advance to the championship round. The final score in the first semifinal here in Sioux Falls, Western Kentucky 75, Memphis 69. Final thoughts, big guy?
My thoughts are this: Western Kentucky is going to be tough for whoever wins this next game. Western Kentucky can play. They're veteran. They're inside guy. That kid right there, Bassey, fantastic. But the next game coming up is going to be a ton of fun with VCU playing like Shaka's old Chaos.
We'll be back with that coming up shortly. But first, we send you back to the studio. Kevin Connors, LaFonso Ellis, and Seth Greenberg.